Hello and welcome to Beauty on a Budget. I am April once again back for my third YouTube video. I don't know when I will stop counting, but for now, that's how it's going to be. Maybe I'll build up enough of these. Makeup, look at it. I think it looks good today. You can't really see it on the camera, but I will post pics on my Instagram, which will be in the description and on my profile. In the channel section, you can check me out. My blog will also be there too, where you can get the full review on these brushes that I'm about to show you. I had dubbed January brush month because I feel like beginning of the year, let's start with the basics. So I started with brushes and then we'll move on to some, other products that will get you through to the new year. I want to start with face brushes. We're going to do a really try to do this as fast as I can so you can run over right to my blog and read about the full article of on each of these brushes. First, this is the NYX brush or NYX brush. It's called the big one. It's number 1. It says on the thing. I love this brush because of the size. I can get my face done really fast, especially if I'm doing a BB cream with no contour and no highlight. I can put the cream on, put this on. So if you're doing the 3-minute challenge, this will get you done in 10 seconds. Knock some time off your time. And I'm actually going to do the 3-minute makeup challenge maybe in my next video. We will see. But yes, I love this brush. You will see my issues with it, which will be the hardness of the bristles, but I use a conditioning treatment which softens the bristles permanently. Well, so far as permanently. I had used a few uses and I have never had to do the treatment again. But yes, otherwise, if you like big fluffy brushes, like I'm a fan of this brush because it's so big and fluffy and I like doing things really quickly or as fast as I can. Get this brush. Our next 2 brushes are from e.l.f. separately. There we go. This is the flat one. I think this is the powder brush. Only it's a powder brush because it is flat, and ideally you're supposed to pat your powder in, especially if you have oily skin. If you pat the powder in, it adheres to your face more and keeps you matte longer, and it's not like falling off your face. Well, everybody should this in patting motion. That's why some people say a powder puff is better because you can pat it in. I like the powder puff, but to me it's like so much time. Like I only use the powder puff for like special occasions and things like that. Every day I'm using a brush like this, or I'm using this one. You can still do the patting motion. It's just that for beginners it might be easier to use this one because you can't really swirl. You have to pat because of the flat top, which would be great to start training. This one, the e.l.f. brush, do not take this out on e.l.f. You'll see my brushes look like this because I let them sit in water a little bit too long and wooden handle expands, cracks the plastic. It's not e.l.f.'s fault, it's my fault. I'm a little bit destructive, but it's still standing and I appreciate that, which is, speaks volumes for the quality of the brush if I can't destroy it. But this, I actually use this one today to do my regular powder. I don't know if you can see. Oh, look, got a blemish. But I use this around my entire face. This was what the studio set, which is where both of these brushes are from, was actually my first set of brushes, and I used to use them all the time. But they're both great, and if you're starting out or even if you're a pro, these are great tools to have. They're not even coming apart. Like they're still together, and it's been almost 2 years. Yeah. Almost. So we're heading into the 2nd year of these brushes, and they're still standing. Our next 2, I think, could be dupes of each other. This is a Bdellium Tools brush. It is antibacterial, well, part of the antibacterial line. And this is the Eco Tools brush. It came from in a set. This was individual. This one's in a set of 10. These are like the travel size brushes. I don't know how you can see it. But yeah, this is how they both look. This brush, the Eco Tools brush, is kind of small for me as compared to the NYX brush I showed you earlier. Um, this I would use for blush, really. It's very rounded edge as compared to the Bedellum Tools, which is more of an oval. This is very round. So this is round for like the apple of the cheeks. The Bedellum Tools brush I also wish was bigger because it works so well. And the fact that it's antibacterial is a super plus. But it's so small. It's very well made, like it's real metal. Like this is a plastic. It's real metal. And it's definitely like, it's very, very sturdy. Like you could probably knock somebody out with this brush. But it's just small, and I know I would probably use it more if it was bigger. I think that'd be the only thing I was wrong with it. I just wish it was bigger, and maybe if the bristles were darker, because I'm such a so anal retentive. I want my brushes as clean as possible. Like I want it to be this light blonde all the time, and I'm not going to stop scrubbing until I get it, which will hurt the brush. And I know. It's a little voice in my head all the time. But yeah, I'm going to do what I can to keep these brush bristles as clean as as this close to the original color as possible. The next one is this crown brush. It also came in a set I bought off of Hot Look. We are both blondes, as you can see. This brush wasn't as sturdy as I would like it to be. It feels kind of very flimsy. I don't know, but it still works well. It doesn't hold a lot of powder, so I only use it for small areas. I use it for my highlight, and that's about it. I use this brush today, not this exact one because I have another one. But yes, I only use it for that. That way I don't have to keep dipping back in and out to do my whole face, because that just creates, more opportunity for germs and cross contamination. I heard a lot of stories about germs and makeup, and maybe it's getting to me. That's probably why. My next brushes are eyeshadow brushes. These are the NYX ones. Now, with these three brushes, you can do your whole eye. This would be the all over color, and so you can get this done with just one motion, kind of in a swirling motion. And then you can also dip it in, run across through the highlight. Or if you want a super just concentrated highlight, right here under the brow. Honestly, it's really one tap. I've dipped the brush in, dipped it on my face, highlight was done, ready to go. This is the regular eyeshadow brush. It's called Shadow 1 brush. Like on my eye right now, I use it just to get on the lid. And that's it. This brush says smoky, but I would use it in the crease. Like I would use it for these two purples that I have going on my crease, and to blend also. Like even if you're not doing a crease, say you were doing a smoky eye, you would use it to blend up or blend out. But you can also use it as a crease brush as well. A next brush is, we'll do these two together because they're close to being dupes of each other. The black one is the Body Shop. The yellow one is the Bedellum Tools, also from the antibacterial line. I lean closer to the Bedellum Tools just because it's shorter, and the shorter brush head. Not necessarily a shorter brush, it's actually a longer brush. But I like shorter brush heads because they let me have more control over applying the makeup. This longer one, I just feel like I don't have as much control, and I'm just going coloring outside the lines as it would be, and then I just don't feel safe. But they're both great brushes. This is not as fluffy as I would like it to be, but it applies color well, it holds color well, it is not rough or anything. They're both really soft. Plus for the Body Shop wide base, which stands up on its own and doesn't need to be in a brush cup, especially if you don't have a brush cup, or if the brush cup is full, which mine often is. But yes, they're both really good. Next one is the two e.l.f. brushes. Now, unlike its counterpart, this white brush from the Dollar Collection is equal to this black brush. Now, just the black brush is only a little bit wider and thicker. That's the only difference. Um, Otherwise, they are both great brushes. I can use either one of these brushes to do my whole eye. Just this one single brush. And there's a lot of brushes out there that may do the same thing, but for $1 or for $3, probably you probably won't find another one like that. So if you're beginners, pay attention. This last one is from Coastal Scents. It's a natural hairbrush. I think it's the only one, yep, the only natural hairbrush that I had for eyeshadow. Now, I think it's one of my first natural hairbrushes ever. I got it for free, and if I didn't get it for free, I would have never tried it because I had a fear of natural brushes. So, and then I went and bought some more of these, and its little cousin, the blending brush, and the bigger version of this brush for eyeshadow. And so far, they're going pretty good. I'm liking them. They're really soft, which threw me for a loop. I'm not used to like the softness, especially when wet. Usually, if something's really, if it's wet and it's too smooth, it usually means I have too much soap on it. But this, when it gets wet, it feels like real hair, like your hair softens up when it gets wet. So that I had to get used to. But yeah, it then holds color definitely even after the fact. So if you were to use this one brush to do your whole eye, you have to wipe it off in between. And even if you're going to do the next application the next day, you wipe it off, make sure all the color is out, just so you don't, make your current colors muddy or it doesn't get in the way, or you have extra fallout on your face, and you're like, pink, I didn't wear pink for 2 days. Like, where did this come from? But yes, that is it. That is my brush roundup. For complete reviews, you can always go to my blog, which is in the description on my channel description. And I will tell you, which is Punk Rock Pretty at blogspot.com. I'm also on Gilfo, and you can find me on Facebook, which I will also let you know about, which is April Makeup, which is me. And I will see you soon for another video. Good night.